One of the most common questions I get from people buying my pattern is about sizing. So I wanted to try on a couple of different styles and sizes just to show you how they fit. So just to give you a reference, I'm about 150 pounds and I'm 5'4". So this is the jacket that the pattern was created around. So this jacket is the current size large, extra large in the pattern, and it's just the original jacket, and you'll see pictures of it if you're purchasing the pattern. So I just wanted to show you how it fits. It's an oversized jacket. It's not meant to be, you know, a tailored jacket. I wanted the oversized look, and so this was what I was going for. Now let me show you this jacket in the same exact size, but with a different quilt. So this quilt is extremely thick. You can see it is a very old vintage quilt. I bought it at a flea market for $10. It was in pieces. It had holes all over it. In fact, I didn't even have a big enough area to construct the collar in one piece. It's actually pieced in 5 different places. You can kind of see everywhere I have some kitty fabric is where it's been pieced to put back together, because this quilt was in so many pieces. But it's a very thick quilt in the large, extra large size. Now let me show you, same exact pattern, same size, but with a different quilt that's very thin and lightweight. So I live in Houston, Texas, where it's usually quite warm. So I wanted to make a very thin quilted coat. This quilt is 2 pieces of fabric quilted together, no batting inside. Very unlike the old vintage quilt I just showed you that has a very thick piece of batting inside. But because there's no batting and it's a much thinner quilt, it makes the coat looks much larger. So you can tell that it just drapes a lot more because it's so thin. So knowing that, I would have made the small medium size instead of the large extra large size using this type of quilt. So keep that in mind. If you have a very thin, you may want to go down a size. If you have an extremely thick, you may want to go up a size. So now let me show you the quilted coat that started it all. This quilted coat was designed and sewed by my aunt. She came to visit us for Houston International Quilt Show, which she does every year, and she was wearing this quilted coat, and I fell in love immediately, and I said, oh, I have got to have one of those. And she said, okay. So she said, go get your quilt, and we stayed up till midnight for 2 or 3 nights in a row working on it. We had my mom, her sister, and her mother, my grandmother, helping so that I could finish it before the Houston International Quilt Show just a few days later. But this is her version. It is a very, very thick vintage quilt, and it's using the large, extra large size. One difference in this quilted coat than all the others you've seen is it's very short. She trimmed it to make it a little bit shorter. She really likes that style. And there are instructions in the pattern where it'll tell you how you can trim it and where a good place in the process is to do that trim. But yeah, this is the quilt coat that started it all. So this is a small medium size with the hood. All the others I've shown you have the collar. This is what it looks like with the hood. Now, you can't have a hood and a collar. It's one or the other. But so here is the small medium size. It's a very thin quilt with the hood. Let me show you what the hood looks like. And then I'm just going to give you a little sneak peek. This is a new pattern that I am working on. It's not done. It doesn't have the binding on. It doesn't have the, you know, collar or the hood on yet. But this is a new pattern. This pattern is going to have 3 sizes, small, medium, and large. This is the small size of this pattern. Still has the very large oversized pocket, which I love, and the cell phone pocket. That's true of all of those coats. They all have the large oversized and a cell phone pocket. The big difference about this new pattern is going to be the side. I put a little bit of a curved design in the side where the other are straight across. So let me know what you think in the comments.